You're going to get a car that comes with free rental cars. You're going to get a car that comes with all kinds of perks and benefits and cash. Like if you get a Discover gives you cash for paying off your balance that you can use towards the balance. So you got, or that you can just cash out into your bank account. So you got all kinds of things that if you're paying your balance off in a massive way, you're able to take that and leverage that into something else and get the benefits of it and pay the debt off in 6 months. Say if you had used that instead of buying purses and stuff and you bought a house. Now the house is clear and free in 6 months. After you've done your repairs and all, the house is clear and free in 6 months. Or less. Because of course you're going to have other cash flow, of course. But this is just this is just with $5,000. Your job. A $5,000 job. So, do you see? There are, I know, fantastic, right? There are things we can do if we know what we're doing, if we do the studying and the research. But I'm not done. I got more stuff for you. I got more, like I said, I read, I learn, and part of my life is to be a teacher. And as a teacher, I share. I feel like I am a naturally born, I was born to teach. And so what I'm doing is I'm sharing what I've learned. That is what I do, right? That is who I am. All right. So the other thing I would tell you is to get a bank account at a black bank. I'm doing it. I'm encouraging other people to do it. There are black banks all over the country. My particular choice is One United Bank in Atlanta, where I can get money out of ATMs all over the country. They have branches in Los Angeles, Miami, and Boston, so I'll have access to my money in many, many ways. Of course, you get a debit and you get a savings and a checking account, so that you're able to have both, build money, build interest on your savings, as well as keep the bank operating, because they live off savings, right? And so they're also able to give mortgages and business loans, and it's a black-owned bank. And they're not the only one. There's a few of them across the country. You can look them up. I'll put a link to see if I can find a link that gives you a link to where the black-owned banks are in the country. Get you a black-owned bank. If you are tired, like I am, and you're ready to feed into your community, economically, that's a big major way to feed into your community. It's getting an account or two or more at a black-owned bank. And then you can leverage that at some point probably into business loans and all kinds of other things. I promise you. All right, another thing that I think is important is that you learn certain skills. There are more ways to make money than to go to work. This is why I said there is no time like now ever in United States history in which as African Americans we have had the opportunities to do certain things. Nothing like the present. And so I am so excited that we can get access. The internet is a wonderful tool. And so we have all of this stuff I've learned through the internet, through YouTube, through asking questions, through reading books. You can find it. So we have access. There was a time in slavery where reading was prohibited for the slaves. And now there's access to it. So we can do so much more. And so I would say learn a skill and new ways to make money instead of the old traditional ways of having to go to somebody's job and breaking your back. Don't work to make somebody else rich. Find a way to work to make you rich and to secure lasting wealth for your family and for your family's family down in future lives. And it doesn't require you to go and break your back trying to get a retirement for somebody. There is other ways of doing it. And you can continue to do that until you learn to master these other ways. There's nothing wrong with a hard day's work. But at the end of the day, there's more to just that. So, several things. One of the things that I have picked up has been Forex trading. The Forex market is a $5.1 trillion market. Banks trade on the Forex market every day. So your little bit of money that you're taking out of it doesn't impact them. They think nothing of it. You're like a flea, right? You're like a flea against an elephant. The banks are the elephant and they're running, and if a flea pick them, they don't even know it's there. That's how you are. But you can make tons of money on being a flea in that major $5.1 trillion market. And so there are plenty of informations, but I'll put the resources that I'm naming in my comments. My three favorite on YouTube, and they're all African Americans, families and people. I love it. Black love. One, the Swag Academy, Swaggy C. I think he was on the Big Brother. I don't know, but I think he was on the Big Brother. But when I tell you, he is really good at teaching Forex, and he's a very good teacher. I don't think he knows how good of a teacher he is, but he's a very good teacher. So Swag Academy, you can get it on YouTube here. There's also J Take Profits, also on YouTube. He's also pretty good, very good. Good methods, good skills, and they're all different, but then there's some things that are the same, so you kind of get overlap, so it'll help you if you look at all of it. And then another one is Jeremy Cash, CEO slash Pipology. Jeremy Cash, he's very good at Forex. He knows quite a lot. He's been able to be quite successful with it, and then him and two of his homeboys have gotten together and created what's called Pipology, and they're very good. They have 3 different approaches to Forex trading, and they're all African Americans. Swag Academy, J Take Profits, and Jeremy CEO slash Pipology, they're all black, right? Doing things, learning the game, learning how to trade currencies and other commodities in order to make money. People do this all the time. When somebody say they're a day trader, that's what they do. When somebody's trading stocks and trading things in the New York Stock Exchange, this is what they're doing. Right? And so we have learned and are using resources to do it. So why not go out and learn that skill so that you can make money? And if you can really master it enough to where you have a consistent profit, because there'll be profits and losses, but if you can have consistent profit, then you'll never go hungry. And you don't have to go out to work. You can do it from your cell phone. I trade from my cell phone. Yep. And so as long as I can pay my cell phone bill, I can make money. There's also real estate. I didn't tell you guys this, but maybe I did. I don't know. I'm a licensed California real estate agent. I have a real estate license. I can sell houses here. And you guys know that the real estate market is huge. It's probably the biggest market out there at $8.9 trillion. So that's a lot of resources that I have access to go sell a house, make $20,000 here, $30,000 or more. Depends on where the house is. But there are other ways to make money outside of being a real estate agent, but that's a way to go to put something in your pocket to have. That's why I did it. I got that license in my pocket just in case I have to do that. But there's all kinds of people. There is Kris Bruce. He's from Detroit. I think he calls himself the Detroit mogul, but he does real estate and flipping and all kinds of things. But he does flipping without having to necessarily go and do the house yourself, and all kinds of cool things you can do in real estate that I'm learning. My favorite is Jay Morrison. Jay Morrison is based out of Atlanta. He started the Tulsa Real Estate Rate, which is a real estate investment fund that you can make money if you invest in the fund. As they flip houses and as they flip apartment buildings, you'll get money from the residuals, from the dividends and different things. Like, there are different types of investments. That's one. That's the first African American started real estate investment fund, so it's a big deal. But he's very brilliant on real estate, very brilliant on the market. So the Jay Morrison Academy, I recommend all the time. So he's one of my favorite, very outspoken, very pro-black, very prolific. Go out and look at it. There's also network marketing. People make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in network marketing, right? So you got Coach Stormy Wellington and other people, TLC, and some of these other groups. There's even a network marketing type situation as it relates to Forex. So there's ways you can go and find ways, and these are black-owned ones. So if you're really interested in supporting your community, these are ways to support your community. It is, right? It is, right? So that's another way of making money. So there are many ways you can build capital and make money and support black-owned and better yourself and build wealth for generations after generations after generations. Our parents taught us one thing. Our grandparents taught them something else. But this new generation, we are on point. We are keenly aware that there are other ways to do things. And to make money is one of those things, and we're learning. So like I said, coming on the other side of the situation we in, there are things that we can do. Other things you can do is you can support black businesses and support black media. When I talk about black media, I mean owned by Oprah, TV One, Kathy Hughes, Essence Magazine. The list goes on and on of media that is owned by black people. Revolt. You know, you got so many things. So go out and support. Support black media. That's what we're doing. They're creating, I think it's launched or is about to launch, a black news network in which we talk about black news and black events. I think they're going to be based out of Florida, but I'm not sure. But I'll look it up. But they're there. And then my favorite is what I call the Black Amazon, because all the products on this particular site are created by black entrepreneurs and creators. And it's www.webuyBlack.com. That's www.webuyBlack.com. And We Buy Black is just a marketplace full of black made products, from hair products to watches to cell phone company. There's a cell phone company called Figures Wireless. I didn't know that is an African American owned cell phone company. So if you want to have a black cell phone powered, not just a cell phone, but a black cell phone plan, you can go to Figures Wireless through WeBuyBlack.com. And there's all kinds of things, not just the traditional stuff like the hair care products and stuff. There are clothes, there's jewelry, there are glasses. There is so many different things that black producers are creating and that are being advertised out there on that site that you can actually buy on that site. So that's why I call it the Black Business Amazon, for Amazon for Black Business, Black Amazon. So go out there and support black businesses. If you can get your life to a more black experience where you're buying black products, you're investing in black resources, you're a black business owner yourself, you're making capital and doing things for yourself, you are contributing so much to the community, sustaining the community, that beyond this moment, we are going to come out of this super duper strong. You know, so I'm excited, right? I just gave a wealth of information. And if you need to go back and rewind and come back and look at things and rewind and do all those things, do it. Because I want people to gather this information so we start implementing stuff into our community, bettering ourselves, because we can do it. We can't rely on outsiders to always come in and save us. We can save ourselves at this point. And believe me, like I've said before, today, more than any other time in United States history, this is a moment in which we truly have the resources, the knowledge, the capital, the skills, the access to truly make a difference so that our future generations don't have to go through what we went through and generations before us went through in order to survive and make it and have the American dream. You can take your slice. It's yours. You may not have to necessarily get permission to take it, but take it, because we have access to it now. There's no excuse. And so, so I hope this is as exciting for you as it is for me. I see very much a brighter future in that we as black people are doing what we're doing. So if we go back to the previous family discussion and remember that we got to treat each other better, and that we can see beyond our differences and accept all black people and that all black lives matter, and then we can turn around and flip things economically, and then we can turn around and flip things spiritually, and we can just be the best that we can be, because there are other things we can talk about, politics and things, and we can get there. But at the end of the day, there are certain things we can be doing right now for ourselves to change the lives of the people around us. Do you feel me? And so I hope you got something for this. You know what? I know you got something for this, and I am glad to give it to you. And if I get more resources, and as I learn other things, I'm going to share. We're going to grow this thing together. I have plans for the Forex. I have plans for the real estate. People who know me, you know that my life has been to make sure I give back to my community. All of the businesses I have started, whether it was a GED educational program where I was helping African Americans, whether or not it was me creating a African American newspaper, a magazine, in the Atlanta area, in Cobb County for my community, or whether or not it's me being a life coach and having a life coaching practice focusing on African American males between 18 through 40. I'm here because I love my community, I love my people, and I want to see us thrive and just bloom. And so that's why I'm bringing this to you. That's why I'm here when I come weekly. Remember to look out for the Living for Black History movement that we're going to have coming to this channel. I hope you're enriched by that and you're learning so much and you're growing. Keep the numbers going up. Tell your friends about them, even if it's just for that. Or if it's for the coaching, tell your friends to come. Say, if you want to learn Black history, I got a great resource for you. Get them here. Like the videos. Subscribe. Leave comments. Let's grow. Ask questions. I'll answer them. We can have one day, hopefully, when we build more and more and more, we could probably have a live and we can just go for it. So I look forward to this. It's a new day. Right now, we're in the time of where the coal is in the fire, but on the other end is diamonds. And I believe we're all diamonds. We just have to know that we're going to get there. So as I always say, I love you. I was here for long. I love you. And I look forward to seeing you and being with you, sharing life and breath and energy with you and resources in the next video.